Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We're back again for round three. We got Buane and Coin Chaser hitting it off today. We're hoping for a really good race today, and I want to say a big thanks to Clearmouse and M-Chan for doing some comms. Take it away.
Oh, thanks, Spidey. Chan, how's it going? Are you ready? It's almost league time.
Yeah, it is. I'm very excited for to commentate this race. So we have Buane and Coin Chaser. Buane has a time of 1:23:55, and Coin Chaser has a time of 1:24:57. So they're both very close in time. So this is going to be a very exciting race. Yeah, definitely looking forward to this race tonight.
Yeah, oh, for sure, right. And these guys have been quite prominent in the community. I think Buane has actually taken a little bit of time off, just kind of came back semi-recently. I'm certainly super very happy to see him back in NMG League. It's a very nice, light-hearted, very minimal, like 3-week time commitment, right? Do 3 runs, in, get out, wait till next league. And here we are. We get to, as you said, we get to watch a 123 runner facing off against a 124 runner. So should be quite the fun time.
Yeah, so it looks like the race has begun. As soon as we get the races synced up, we'll get started on talking about some stuff here. But yeah, so starting off, the beginning is going to start off, the same as a lot of other speed runs here. They're going to be doing some optimal movement like pumping and as they go through Hyrule Castle. So they're
Okay,
going
this is how we catch.
to.
Yeah, this is how we catch Boyne up. By the way, Bitey says that we have to reload Boyne. This is the secret, apparently, to going fast. Just have someone reload your time. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that we don't want to do though is stop. Okay, oh look, oh okay, I was gonna say
Okay, there we go.
look at how great this is, but I think this is actually just coin twice. So otherwise the sync would be too good here. But yeah, don't worry about it. Well, okay, don't worry, we'll just double commentate coin. He gets all the attention for the next minute or so.
Yes.
Yeah, as you kind of said, M-Chan, yeah, as we're kind of starting out, as we've seen many a time, the very classic opening for Escape. Oh, looks like we got Boyne back.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Actually,
so
yeah, a little bit of
yeah,
a
Coin
head.
Chaser having a little bit of a minor hiccup there in that hallway. So that's kind of the first minor deviation. Is trying to react to the RNG in the beginning of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, the guards certainly with their menacing looks, they you should not approach them, and if you do, please approach them with caution. They're not going to be very. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. But then again, if they kind of do leave you alone, they're not doing their job, and then they might get fired. So they are going to try and give you the hardest time possible. And as you kind of see, sometimes some of the guards are meaner to some people like Coin versus Boyne.
Oh yeah, Coin got a poke there, unfortunately. That's definitely gonna lose him some time already. This might be, we got our first somewhat equalizer here as they're going to be approaching the ball and chain guard coming up here. So we'll see how ball and chain guard treats Buane. Oh, taking a hit already. Oh, take another hit. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh.
We have preemptively just already set ourselves for the heartbeat frames that we want at the end of Escape. All Boyne has to do is just not take any more damage. No problem.
Yeah, there's opportunities for Buane to get more hearts. The escape is kind of deceptively difficult. 3 hearts, and if you get like unfortunate luck in this dungeon, then that damage can really add up with 3 hearts.
Yeah, and the good news is that you don't even need like extra hands or even extra fingers to count the number of times you can get hit before, unfortunately, starting at the beginning again. As we said, Ball and Chain does 1 heart of damage out of, as you said, 3 total hearts, and we kind of need that last heart to continue our journey into becoming the Hyrule hero. Yeah, so I think I've heard some people say maybe if you're a little bit worried, especially in a race situation, there are I think you mentioned this as well, heart pots kind of along the way to high because what did Bitey say earlier? Like 20 frames or something? Maybe it costs in order to pick up that pot. But again, if it guarantees the safety, 20 frames now spent now is much better than like 1 minute or however much you need in order to backtrack.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a heart drop coming up in the next room that Buane's coming up to. That I imagine he's probably gonna pick up.
Yeah, and I think for coin side, 1.5 hearts is certainly, well, I won't say more than enough, but it's certainly no danger zone. We're just gonna kind of
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. He does pick up the
trucking.
heart.
Yeah, it's very good to see. So these ropes, so I think we'll do what, half a heart if you end up getting. Of course,
Yeah, they do half
See,
a heart.
this is exactly what you have, right? You pick up the heart, and then they just literally just part, right? It's like they're like, oh man, it's a celebrity,
Yeah,
better
but
get out of
it's
the
not
way.
over yet though, because there are still like a few more rooms left, and the enemies can definitely not play nice in these last set of rooms.
Watching we go through the pretty open sewers, and Zelda, being her ever helpful self, is telling us where to go or giving us, I guess, some journey commentary, right? It's kind of like when you take a road trip with
You
somebody,
kind of wonder,
and you're the one
like, how many
driving.
times Zelda has gone through this sewer section.
Many. Has to be, I won't say uncountable, but it does certainly seem like, well, across all of the different runners who've all done, like, escape sequence, which is probably the most commonly done sequence, has to be like at least tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
All right. So Buane, first one out of escape. Coin Chaser not too far behind. So pretty good times all around here. Definitely with with the runners skill level that these two guys play, you definitely won't be seeing too much separation for the first 11 minutes of the run. So they're going to be getting the Sanctuary Heart Container, very common safety strat that you'll see like about 99% of runners take in races.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen, honestly, like one handful, if not fewer, a number of runners during NMG League or other races that have not picked up Sankart. We actually did see one last week or earlier was Zelda. I don't think he ended up picking up one, but other than that, yeah,
Zelda's
even
not
like
known to pick up the Sanctuary Heart Container.
but like even like Aerie, like Buane, like all the other 123 runners and 124 runners, like it's just so much safety for 3 seconds. And this is not a PB attempt, so we don't necessarily need to spare those 3 seconds in order to kind of guarantee ourselves a race time.
Yeah, so you saw Coin Chaser kind of take a stop there in order to let that rock pass, which potentially faster than either slashing the rock out of the way or just taking a hit from the rock. So these are all these like little things that these runners have to like react to in every given situation. Seeing already some overall damage on the way to Eastern Palace, which is not a big deal because there are some hearts along the way. Coin Chaser a little bit more of a precarious situation, but even so, not too bad.
Yeah. Arguably, like the most dangerous section of coming out of Escape onto Eastern Palace is actually the overworld. You actually see those Octoroks being a bit erratic, and sometimes they can just really kind of bully you. Like, and then as we kind of mentioned, right? Like once we kind of get into the solace of the first dungeon of the game, there are plenty of opportunities to kind of try and regain your health, and then. Let's say, like, worst case, you end up taking an early exit. You're just kind of warp back to the beginning of the dungeon. Thank you so much, Bitey. We'll say, very rare treat for us is to be able to see both Coin and Buane on stream here. So we can see all of their reactions, Coin, I believe, as mentioned before, you get to see all of his head shakes, because head shakes is what you do when you have a good split.
Yeah. Always appreciate the player cams to know, like, how the players are feeling and like basically like all the emotions that they go through on whether like how they feel about their current situation.
Yeah. I have heard, at least during the rando race scene, is that once the race starts, you never feel good. It's only like the scale is like, I feel good, or sorry, I feel bad, to like, I feel super bad. And like, I don't really know how NMG runs go. Maybe if you actually end up getting good split, maybe gold something, then you get a little bit of a high, but it kind of feel like maybe in a race situation, there's a little higher pressure in order to not fall behind. All right, nice damage boost both by Buane and Coin.
Yep,
Being able
and they both
to...
have a really healthy heart
Mhm.
heart count as well going into the bow. So both of them getting also got 15 arrows going into the second half of Eastern Palace. So let's see how the second half treats them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also
very nice for
noticing...
Buane.
Yeah, Coin also going in. Yeah, also kind of noticing a slight difference in that Buane is exceptionally poor. Maybe not to the point where we have to go pay any debtors or anything at this moment, but it is something to be aware of. Coin is all set. I think he actually got 5 rupees in escape, which is quite rare.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can so in this route you ideally want to have at least 5 rupees from a drop somewhere. It's not the end of the world if you don't get the 5 rupee drop. You just have to waste a little bit of time in Castle Dungeon later on. But yeah, ideally you want to have at least 5.
Yeah, talking about drops though, kind of. So Blaine, the good thing is that he ended up getting a 5 rupee drop from the Popos, but then
Yeah.
both of these guys pretty unlucky. No drops for arrows. Again, not the end of the world, but still, like you would like to at least have one drop in order to feel comfortable.
Yeah. Blaine's arrow count is lower than Coin Chaser's, which might affect some strats later on. Not the end of the world, as arrow management's not like extremely precise like in some other Zelda games.
All right. Okay. As you mentioned, not very much difference between kind of the first 11 minutes, and there is a reason why it's 11 minutes. It's the period of time basically where we don't have the boots. But thankfully, that period of time is over. We can finally go faster.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And now they're about to go, and now they can go really fast. And so they're going to do spin speeds here. Obviously, you press the A button right after releasing a spin attack, and then you get put into the state where you can go really fast from these stairs. So that's the first demonstration there you saw from Buane. Your guys, Coin Chaser following suit just like that.
Yeah, it's really great. Spin speeds, they're actually pretty common in the speed run, for better for worse, and it's always kind of like a little mini morale boost. Like, okay, I nailed the first spin speed, it's gonna be a good run. Versus it's like, I didn't get the first spin speed, it's like, oh no, what am I gonna do for the rest of the run?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine, and yeah, they're all like independent, but it's also kind of like, also, I would like to have got the first spin speed.
Yeah, super speed, in my opinion, is like one of those tricks where it's like you have to get a feel for it, and some days like super speed just does not work consistently in that given day, and then you just feel really bad. Oh man,
Yeah,
Coin Chaser missed that one right there. So that one barely saves anything if you can get it first try. So a little bit unfortunate there. That's gonna put Buane just a little bit further ahead of him.
Yeah, we actually see somewhat of the consequence of missing a spin speed, because it actually does cost more time than you might realize. Because as you kind of mentioned before, we got to charge our sword, spin it, and then we can go, right? If you miss it, you got to go do that part again. That's, I don't know, 1 second? Something like that. It's pretty hefty.
Like that. Yeah, it's a very high risk, low reward in some of these smaller screens.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can go through some of the south. All right, there's another patented coin shaker. Shaking head. We should just change his name. We can get Bitey to change instead of Coin Chaser, which is a coin shaker. How's that?
I will. I agree to that.
Yeah, and we can see one of the nice techniques that people, of course, have developed is that in this game, in order to menu, you do actually have to, or switch items, you have to menu and pull up your menu screen and then do some stuff and then menu back. So we do want to eventually switch from the bow to the book that we end up getting from the library. And so one of the things that we can do is to try and make that menu be more opportune, right? So both of them using the book switch in order to try and kind of gauge where they end up needing to turn their dash in South Shore. So it's very, pretty nice in order to do so.
Yeah, those and those type of strats, like buffer strats, are very common in order to like react to, especially like if there's a room with lots of enemies. You want to, it helps to like kind of react to like read what the enemies are doing and then react accordingly after the pause.
Yeah, we'll actually see that in Tower of Hera, I think. Probably. Yeah, in the basement.
So
But that's
Buane
actually a very
actually
good
went out
point.
of his way for a red rupee. Not necessarily needed, but extra rupees can potentially help in case, like, I don't know, you somehow, if for some reason you get hit along the way to Palace of Darkness later on. So.
Yeah, I want to say I heard from somewhere that it is technically not worth it even for a red rupee. However, I think the difference is like so minor that if it's just like right there, I really can't fault anyone for just wanting to pick things up.
Alright, so Buane first one to the Power Glove, and as you've seen Coin Chaser actually pick up an extra blue rupee, so he's actually set, as he will be getting his 100 rupees automatically. So we pay attention to the arrow counts here. Buane with 24, Coin Chaser with 28. So his arrow count is looking very healthy in comparison to Buane's. I personally don't really like 24 arrows, land mullas. I guess it just kind of depends on how confident you are in your land mullah fight.
I'm sure these guys are more than ready. This is, in my opinion, one of the best fights in the entire game, but certainly in the Light World.
It's amazing. Nobody's
Yeah.
ever lost runs to this boss.
Oh no, of course not. Oh wow, there's a nice free blue rupee for Buane as well. He is so loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you kind of mentioned, like using the bow to fight Lamolas is certainly like the best weapon, but also pretty high skill. You see a lot of people doing this fight in Prac Hack, trying to just get some of the patterns down, try to do some good reactions. And yes, the more arrows, the more better. You can never really have enough arrows. But I guess that being said, like, what is it, 12 arrows is optimal? Maybe take a couple. So I think we have as long as, 8 arrows remaining. We should be okay, but again, buffer is good. Alright.
Okay, pretty good
first
stuff for
cycle
Buane.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
Buane.
yeah, see, those land mullas weren't playing nice there on that second wave. Oh, and not even playing nice for Coin Chaser either.
Coin. Alright, is that a 3 for Buane? Is that right?
Right, yeah, that looked like 3.
Okay.
But then meanwhile, Coin Chaser, oh man!
Yeah,
you can see his reaction there. He's not happy with that outcome.
Mm-hmm. You got a couple of short
Still
hops
has a
here,
really
too.
healthy arrow count at the end, so it's still like he's still gonna have a lot of arrows going into the next segment. But man, that was really unfortunate. That was his chance to try and catch up to Buane.
Yeah. And Lamolas, right, I think it's almost something like 48 patterns, I want to say, that are technically fixed for the first cycle. So you see actually a lot, these guys both, right, bonking, like run to the back, bonking, and then trying to get in position. So this guy gives you like the best chance of getting at least most, if not all, the patterns. But then everything else after that, just kind of hope for the best, try and read the RNG, hope they don't give you more short hops, etc.
Yeah.
This is it's a game. It's a video game after
nice
all.
fake flippers for Buane right there. Fake flippers is a bit of a detour from the main route, where you just go to Lake Hylia, set up the fake flippers, and then you will be in the whirlpool, and you're conveniently 6 seconds ahead of where you're supposed to be. So it kind of works out like that. It can be it's a pretty simple trick, but can be also risky because you can soft lock. You saw there was the Zora was about to spawn in kind of a awkward position for Coin Chaser, but Coin Chaser made it to the whirlpool fast enough before the Zora actually spawned.
Yeah. As you said, this fake flipper, because this category doesn't let you save and quit, fake flippering from South Shore in order to get up here using the whirlpool is by far the fastest way. Otherwise, we have to, well, run, right? But it is, while it is fairly, I guess, like straightforward to execute, if you do get hit during fake flips, it is. This is the one opportunity where, because the time loss is so major, you are allowed to save and quit out of the info scroll, basically, and then start at Link's house or Sank or wherever you want to start at.
Yeah.
Another patented coin. Can we get a head shake count, Bitey? We might lose track.
How many was that?
Might be a little mean.
I don't know.
But just another jank restream suggestion.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Coin Chaser actually getting a slightly better RNG as he took 0 damage. Meanwhile, Buane took 1 heart of damage. And you know, depending on what you get out of Death Mountain, you know, the hearts going in could cause some problems, as there's a lot of enemies in this dungeon that do 1 heart of damage, and that damage can really add up.
Oh yeah. Every single the fireballs do damage, Kadongas do damage, mini Moldorms do damage. These tiles also do 1 damage. So while you don't necessarily need like full health, right, going into this dungeon, it can go away very quickly, especially for a light world dungeon. And we actually see now this is where the runners get to show off their creativity. How they decided to execute Tile Room. And we see Buane with some pot normal speed, just kind of chilling.
Yeah, some dodges with these tiles. These tiles are deceptively pretty difficult to dodge sometimes.
Oh yeah. I may or may not have some personal experience trying to survive all 22 tiles and only making it to like the 6th one.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we mentioned before, right? Buane kind of using some of the menu buffer in order to get through the basement. That's another really great menu usage in order to go switch to the lamp and then the mirror. But very nice Beatles room actually so far. My only complaint is that the arrows drop too far.
Really wish you could pick up those arrows, but unfortunately it's too far out of the way.
Yeah, we don't even have. I don't even think any.
Buane is not going to hit that extra switch right there. If you hit that extra switch, that'll give you a bunch of hearts right before Moldorm, but Buane doesn't need it, and now he's going to be approaching the bomb jump here. Let's see how he's. Ooh, he's going for the early bomb jump. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, very well done. That is, you usually see people kind of line up with like a sword or just kind of right up next to the edge, and then waiting for it. But yeah, the early bomb jump is very it's very slick looking. We're actually getting a nice very contrast from Coin.
Yeah, so here's a different approach, slightly slower, but also safer than the early bomb jump, where you because you don't fall down when you're nice arrow pickup right there. You don't fall down when you spin attack, so he takes advantage of that by aligning himself at the very edge of the pit in order to get the lineup that he needs in order to get the bomb jump to work. So nice Moldorm fight for Buane, Coin Chaser.
Yeah, Buane had a kind of a scary Moldorm fight. Definitely. Oh my gosh. Okay, Coin is trying to match this. Well, Moldorm at least is trying to one up his buddy.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, that felt like a faster fight for Coin Chaser, so he did made up a little bit of time over Buane.
Yeah, Buane ended up clinking once and kind of getting bounced off pretty far during his Moldorm fight. So, and he got frame rolled once. So it definitely took a lot more time trying to tame Moldorm. But yeah, so Coin managed to catch up a little bit of time here. Alright, Coin trying to
setting up spin speed. Setting up spin speed. That one doesn't really save a whole lot of time, but he really wanted to go for that.
Buane, so he's like so rich. He didn't even need.
Oh, that guy did not play nice with him.
Yeah, he only needed to pick up 1 blue rupee, because he really doesn't. But the important part is he still has to get the tree pull in order to reset the prizes there. And you can now see both Coin and Buane doing this. They're trying to kill 4 enemies along the path, so they can set up base and get 20 rupees out of this.
Yeah, and for the new viewers, it seems straightforward, but the trick is they have to not get hit, otherwise it resets the prize count. So
yeah, then we're gonna be stuck on blue rupees again. And but for those
Yeah.
of you who like money, we like more money, so we really want to not get hit in this situation.
Oh, taking a bonk there, and there's another head shake for Coin Chaser.
Yeah, bonks are more expensive. Everything is just more expensive than you might think it is. Like bonk is like, yeah, it was like 1 second, a little over 1 second, I think. But over the course of time, you bonk too many times. You see the bonk counter at the end, if you end up keeping track, and it's like, oh, you bonked 30 times. You're like, that's 30 seconds that I just ended up giving up that I didn't maybe have to. So.
Alright, so Buane pulling on these trees, getting a bunch of reds here. It's gonna end up with 117. It's a pretty good, really healthy rupee count.
More than enough for Pod. We really don't want to think about the scenario where we need more than 110 rupees. It never hurts, I guess, to have more than 110, but the idea is that you really don't want to spend. You don't want to lose Kiki.
Coin Chaser having
and then spend
108,
more.
so he's 2 rupees short, but that's okay because you can get 6 rupees for free in Circle of Pots.
Yeah. I've also seen people do some different backup strats. Like sometimes if you end up getting hit, both on the way to the castle, you can pull the tree right before you go in. That can be some money. Or if you are good enough to not take any damage during Castle Tower, you can also pull the little pyramid thing at the bottom, and that's another pull you can get for money.
Yeah,
So
well, interesting.
there
I haven't seen that backup.
you have to not get hit during Castle Tower, which is a pretty difficult feat.
Yeah, that's very hard. Yeah, because this dungeon is pretty much a gauntlet. So let's see what happens here.
Now we do see both Coin and Buane going into Castle Tower with full beams. Buane also, of course, killing the guards in the second room using dash strats, just like Coin's doing
same thing
right
with
now.
Coin Chaser here. This is to manipulate a fairy into Turtle Rock. So, assuming that they do everything right, then they will get a fairy in Turtle Rock. Coin Chaser taking a hit there, unfortunately.
Yeah, once we get past the first couple rooms, having beams isn't necessarily the most important. There are lots of, because it happens so
I feel like
often.
in this room right here, having beams makes this room much harder. Because that
arrow
guy
right, exactly.
get
Yeah, we
you.
just saw that blue side.
Oh, having trouble. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Buane, our arrows.
You can see Buane with a bit of a smirk right there.
Oh, grimace. Yeah,
Definitely not happy with how that went.
That's Wolf Snarl number 14.
Oh, and that red guard not being nice to him. Unfortunately, he has the boomerang, and so he can use it to stun that red guard that he didn't need to kill. Let's see how Coin Chaser treats Circle of Pots. Takes a bonk going into Circle of Pots. Okay, that red guard going vertically instead of horizontally, so he's gonna have a much easier Circle of Pots over Buane. So now we have some blue balls. So let's get some guesses in chat for blue balls here.
Yeah,
I want to
mentioned...
see an equalizer, so I'm gonna say 6 blue balls for Buane.
That's so many. That's more than the fingers I have on my hand.
I just want Coin Chaser to catch up, man.
Oh well, I mean he can catch up in Dark World. That is where I've been told that runs are made in the Dark World. Can definitely make or break you, but I'm personally hoping that there's gonna be an equal number or even-ish number of blue balls. So if Buane gets a lot, then I also want Buane to get a lot. 0 checks wants the maximum pressure on these guys. You ever know what's considered to be a comfy Dark World? It's one that you have 11 blue balls running into.
Yeah. 1 for Coin Chaser.
1 for Coin.
So we're 1-1 right now.
So this is about maybe as close as to an auto scroller that you're gonna get. There are some
Okay, that's 2 for Buane.
minor, yeah, it's some like very minor optimizations you do to try to knock Aga into the center.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be
then
3
he
for
has
Buane.
pistol. Yeah, no, not great. Point is continuing.
I don't know if Coin Chaser got a second one. I know I counted 1. Okay, so that saves a cycle. So Coin Chaser already made up quite a bit of time for Buane.
Yeah, that definitely looked like 1 blue ball on Coin's side, and I think it was what you said 3 for Buane.
Yeah, three for Buane.
Well, because yeah,
So,
that definitely
yeah.
caught Coin up a little bit.
Yeah, so they're really close now. Going into Dark World.
After we have the very large talk from our village elder, who has tried to do his best in order to both warn and urge us onto Palace of Darkness. Buane unfortunately missing the spin speed off of the stairs.
Coin Chaser got it first try. Oh, save even more time. Oh man, this is exciting.
Yeah, going into pod. First Dark World dungeon, and really in the vanilla like casual playthrough, this is when the difficulty I think really takes a sharp turn in difficulty, just because everything now instead of 1 heart of damage does 2 hearts of damage.
Yes, these Ropas do 2 hearts of damage. The Moblins, I believe, also do 2 hearts of damage. Their Spear does, I think, either half a heart or 1 heart. But yeah, it's definitely a drastic change, especially like going into the first Dark World dungeon, Palace of Darkness. It's essentially Eastern Palace, but harder.
Yeah, and a lot more keys. Many more keys.
Yeah.
Teeny hot
So
coin.
both runners having no problem going to Palace of Darkness. So they're going to be heading in, racking up on some bombs because they've been needing quite a bit of bombs throughout the run, as well as using the mirror after getting keys. This is kind of the dungeon where you use the mirror the most amount of times, as it's much faster to, grab a key, because there's going to be a couple instances where they're going to be falling down different floors, and it's much faster to use the mirror than just trying to find your way back up to the main floor. Coin Chaser not happy with his approach when he fell down that ledge there. Kind of see a lot of emotion going on with him. It's always like really interesting, like when we have the restream, you see the player cams, like you can kind of see like how they're feeling. Like Coin Chaser's been pretty animated so far, but meanwhile, if you look at Buane, he's pretty expressionless. Out for the kill. Alright, so let's see how the bomb jumps treat them. Okay, very nice for Buane. Coin Chaser. Okay, very nice. I didn't see how many buffers that was. Oh, the dongo. Okay, much cleaner for Coin Chaser now. So refill on hearts. So that way they can have sword beams going into the second half of the dungeon. Okay, very nice for Buane. Even got the arrow drop on the way. No arrows for Coin Chaser, but that's fine. He's gonna have 6 now. All right, let's see how the tour rooms treat. I don't know if you're speaking, but I cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I.
Okay,
just
there you go.
got
There you go.
Internet back. Yeah, sometimes things happen. I think I missed one of the highlights though of Pod, which was Hammer Yump. These guys go through it
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, they went through it. They had pretty good hammer. Oh, hits for Coin Chaser.
Oh, more
So he's
more
gonna,
party.
he's
Okay,
gonna
Coin
be...
Chaser does not like parties. This is confirmed.
All right, so he's gonna have only gonna be able to tank 1 less hit, as he's not gonna have full HP going into Helmosaur King. This is the first major benefit of having Sanctuary Heart Container. You can take an extra hit as Helmosaur attacks do 2 hearts of damage each. They have 7 hearts going into Helmosaur King.
Yeah, it's especially important.
Okay, nice.
When Helma's he kind of has 2 types of attacks. Like one is the just let's move around and hit you with the tail, or he does a lot of fireballs. And certainly you want the former because the former causes less lag, takes less time, but also less dangerous. And so you really want to be able to shield yourself from that. You saw Buane actually being a little bit more aggressive, I think, as you mentioned, right? Because we have that extra hit that he can take, so he can actually just somewhat like get more in front of Helma and not have to necessarily worry about dying.
Yeah, and actually something we actually saw Coin Chaser do on as he went into the second phase is he actually delayed that very last hammer hit because he saw that Helmosaur was about to shoot a fireball, and so when he did that last hit as Helmosaur was shooting the last fireball, it actually despawns the fireball. So Coin Chaser was very patient in reacting to that in order to despawn the fireball. As if you have the fireball on screen, it's really annoying.
Yeah. I mean, not only is it dangerous, but also every single extra sprite, pixel, whatever, that's on screen, it actually causes incremental lag, right? So any more sprites, especially there, if it gets too many, you can actually see sometimes things slowing down a little bit. Not to mention, of course, every fireball does 2 hearts of damage, and you gotta move around a bit and wait for them to disperse, and you hope you have a good Helma fight.
Yeah. So Coin Chaser did make up a little bit of time over Buane with that Helmosaur King fight, and now they're gonna make their way through the Dark World and into their next dungeon. This is the part of the game where the game starts to become non-linear, as there is a set order that the game wants you to do the dungeons, but if you're able to do the dungeons out of order, then we take advantage of that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go to Thieves Town, which is the 4th Dark World dungeon, as we don't need the items from the 2nd, 3rd dungeon in order to do Thieves Town.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and this is kind of I won't necessarily a trope, but it certainly seems a very common theme for Zelda games. In that after a certain point, you have kind of like open space that you are allowed to go to multiple directions, and the game maybe naturally sequence break a little bit, or maybe not go the way that the game devs intended you to go. And here, for more danger, because Thieves Town is the chronological 4th dungeon. If you can get through it, though, you are rewarded quite handsomely.
Yeah, and so as a result, like in the speedrun, the difficulty curves like all over the place because you do late game dungeons early and then sometimes early game dungeons late. So
yeah. I also just see that they warped at the right position, I guess, when getting the flute. There's some things in the game that are somewhat still like magic, just like the little sparklies that you see when you mirror warp over from Dark World to Light World. If you stand in certain spots, you just get a magic quick warp, which is half a second faster than if you stood somewhere else. Yep.
yeah.
And it's almost as if these guys have played the game before. They knew exactly where to dig in order to get the flute. I have seen runners, even as experienced as these guys, take multiple digs. Sometimes those are just lessons you gotta learn, right? The hard way. Study that map real hard.
Okay, very nice movement for Buane, and Coin Chaser following suit after.
Yeah, I was gonna say, these are pretty good, Three Musketeers.
Oh, taking a different approach there. Probably, likely not wanting to deal with that blue soldier on the left.
Somehow, the post-Aga Light world is just, like, beefed up with security in places you never expect them to be. Like, who the heck even goes over here? I guess we do. But, like, the guards, they used to be green guards, and now they're blue guards for some reason, and they're just here to mess you up.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, so into Thieves Town. Buane being the first one going into Thieves Town. So very easy dungeon to go through. A couple notable parts. One being the Heckway, which is a long hallway with lots of enemies. So that's going to be in a few rooms from now. So they got their big key. And they have to dodge all these horse-head enemies.
Yeah, the Zyzax, they're not necessarily super dangerous, but they do 2 hearts of damage. And again, like, we have a good amount of health to our name. However, it is certainly still at a point where if everything does 2 or 3 hearts of damage, suddenly you can't take that many hits. The number of hits you can take is almost akin to like escape. It's just on a bigger scale.
Yeah, that damage can really add up very quickly if you're not careful in this dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so here's
especially,
Blaine's
over here.
attempt at Heckway. Okay, all right, not too bad.
Good backup. I don't think he even got on the pixel to begin with, but
No.
the redash was quite good.
Oh, he got the pixel, but that enemy was in the way anyway, and he couldn't dash through it. So,
Yeah,
dang, that would have been really hype if he got that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you kind of mentioned, also, like, with a lot of enemies, just increases the volatility and the variance for that room. So sometimes, as Coin did, you can get on the right pixel, but then just get kind of screwed over by how the enemies are moving, and so you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna lose 2 seconds, no problem. But really got to see in this case, these guys are very reactive, and to be able to do their backup dashes quite well.
Exactly, that's kind of the knowledge that you need, especially at the caliber that these guys run at.
Yeah, and Buane got his 123 for better for worse. Sometimes we see this on a stream. After 2 beers. So we now think that that's the secret to getting 123 is drink 2 beers first before you run, and then you'll instantly PB. Maybe Coin just needs to up his game a little bit, right? In order to go from that 124 mark to the 123. Probably also some other skill things, etc., etc.
Yeah. Oh,
like
wow!
Practice,
That red guy.
It's pretty nice to see, by
rescued
the
the
way.
maiden, and
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, and I don't want to jinx anything, but...
Oh, this hallway not playing nice for Coin Chaser. Man, Coin Chaser's been having these opportunities where it looks like he's making up time over Buane, but then immediately gets screwed over by the next like minute RNG section. Okay, so let's see some blind fights here. 3rd phase for Buane. Okay, very nice.
Yeah, certainly very decent. Normally we like to see blind as far in the upper left-hand corner as possible.
This is not good.
Oh my gosh,
he
we're
went
not
down
even
to
on
the
phase
bottom.
3. I'm so scared. Everything's fine,
gosh.
Coin. We just need... Oh my god,
Can't-
I am...
Oh my. Okay, pause buffering in order to react to. Wow, that was crazy. I cannot believe he got through that, but he did it. Very impressive. He pause buffered in order to see where the head was gonna go, and then he reacted accordingly. He saw he was gonna go towards him, so he ran right underneath instead of around the head in order to dodge that head. So that was very impressive for Coin Chaser.
Mighty, were you offering 6 vodkas earlier? Because I think we could use one right now to calm things down a bit. Oh.
Oh
yeah,
man.
that was... normally, we talk about blind being a scripted fight, and sometimes, yeah, the script can kind of go a little off the rails. Maybe the last hit or two, you're just like, okay, well, whatever, right? But then, yeah, coins unfortunately got really
Yeah,
like,
I didn't
off.
see how it went off the rails for him, but they both did go into the fight with full HP. And personally, in my experience, I don't like having full HP going into blind.
Oh, is it because the
'Cause
beams? Is that why?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like the beams kind of mess me up more than I need, more than like benefits in that fight. So some
Yeah,
people say it's like
right.
some people say that beams have some minor beneficiaries, but the way I do my blind fight, I don't really like it.
Yeah, I heard that if you have beams, you can actually, like, the beams technically, I think, can hit blind a little bit sooner because it's beams as opposed to, like, the sword. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's less consistent. So I've definitely seen people where they're not expecting, like, they're expecting it to land at, at point X, and then it lands at point Y, and then now it messes them up, and then you're like, okay, I just wish I didn't have beams.
All right, so the whole reason we do Thieves Town early is so we can get the sword upgrade. 10 rupees to upgrade our sword, and it takes a screen transition to have the sword ready. So these dwarves are really fast at their job, and it's really cheap.
Yeah, we had to go through, like, 3 pendant dungeons, plus, like, in order to go pull pedestal from one sword, and now we just go to the smithery. Why didn't we do it earlier? I'm not sure, but it only costs us 10 rupees for basically a sword that's double what we were able to get earlier.
Yeah. Buane doing some buffer dashes before opening up the 300 rupee chest.
Buane was so happy for how he did C-shape house. You can tell whenever the screen kind of lights up. A little midnight sun action. Oh, nice fence dash though by Coin. Finally, we did not see a shake head. Oh,
Yeah.
Coin
Both runners got pretty good fence dashes. All right, Skull Woods. Very fast dungeon, but it's also very difficult. First room right off the bat being very difficult. Got these Gibdos here. Okay, very nice Gibdo room for Buane. Those Gibdos do not play very nice if you mess up any minute thing in your movement in that room.
Matt7898 has coined this the easiest room in the game, and somehow I do not believe him one bit. But somehow he is like the gift of these guys. Wait and Coin just
Coin.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, Coin got
yeah.
Yeah, the stuck mummy as we call it right there. That's the best case scenario.
Yeah, when the mummy can't move. But I mean, I'm just shocked to see that Coin knows how to move his head not in the horizontal direction, but in the vertical direction. Oh my gosh. What a rarity treat. I think he's gotta like balance the movement out, right? Just so he doesn't get cricks or he doesn't wear out some set of muscles over the other.
So excellent bomb jumps for both of them in order to get the fire rod earlier than intended, and now they're going to maybe make their way to the main part of Skull Woods where things get really difficult.
Yeah, I think reasonable health for both of these guys. So you do take two hearts of intended damage. One is to fall, is to hammer bomb jump over to the big chest we saw, and then also fall as fast as you get back to. And then hopefully that's gonna be enough for you to beat Mothula. Again, the best boss fight is gonna be the fastest boss fight. We're gonna hope for the minimum number of spikes moves. That's a good indicator for how well the fight has gone. And ideally, right, you just take 0 damage, just like every other fight.
Alright, here we go.
Got a poke, dash, early.
Poke damage.
Okay.
There we go,
Smear.
very fast.
Alright,
So we did that poke right there, so that way he doesn't knock Mothula into the spikes.
That's right, yeah, Buane is happy.
Yeah. I would be happy with a fight that quickly as well.
Yeah, I really did, I like the way that Buane used here's menu buffer as well. Like, he meant to the mirror to also, I think, read part of Mott's RNG pattern, or to kind of figure out where he was going to go. So
Yeah, you need to warp right after Skull Woods anyway, so it's a pretty good menu.
Oh my gosh, though.
Yeah, that was also really fast for Coin.
This is Coin Terminator. chasing and narrowing the gap between him and his nemesis. Yeah,
Yeah.
very well. 10 out of 10
Although,
fight.
unfortunately, he is going to lose a little bit of time and frames at the end of this dungeon because after every dungeon, the game has to fill up your hearts and your magic, and Coin Chaser does have a little bit less hearts, but also less magic.
Yeah, and these are kind of the smaller things that maybe doesn't surface as much for speedrunning, because usually, like, this is somewhat, let's say, like, smaller fry. It's certainly very good to be conscious of it, but at the same time, like, if you're gonna use one fewer fire rod shot or something like that, it probably doesn't cross your mind all that much in order to save however many refill frames that you have. You might have bigger things to worry about, like survival, if you need that fire rod shot.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how this overworld screen... There's a little bit of RNG here in this screen, okay? Buane, that ropa can sometimes hit him, which would cause some issues in Ice Palace, but fortunately, not this time.
Yeah, I have seen people do what I think they've called it the Louis dash, which is actually dash above the ropa, like not just like straight through. Because yeah, straight through, if you just don't get frame rolled, then that's the fastest way. But then as you said, you run the risk of getting hit, or maybe even worse, getting knocked into the walls, and that's a bad situation. Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so yeah, we see a safer approach here for Coin Chaser. Guarantees not getting hit there. Doesn't lose that much time, but it just guarantees full hearts. Assuming you don't get unfortunate RNG in Zora's domain later on.
Yeah, both of these guys are off to a good start. Not out of the danger zone quite yet, because as you said, we really want full health in beams going into Ice Pals. Like, we don't want to get hit at this point.
Yeah.
We never really want to get hit
crabs
ever,
on the way
but,
out of Zora's domain
can
do
exactly.
2 hours of damage.
This is why we ransacked Village of Outcasts. Taking all the money from the outcasts that they have painstakingly collected. Yep, there's another head shaking
Fall in the
point.
water, yep.
Sorry.
Oh man, he's not happy with his movement either.
This screen, I think, is deceptively difficult. Yeah, it's more deceptively difficult than you might think, because sometimes
in terms
like,
of trying to optimize it, yeah.
Yeah, you just end up because once you get stopped for any reason, it's like you have the whole jumping into the water animation then back over. So it's like yeah,
you're mostly walking on water, and walking on water is very slow in this game.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so Ice Palace. Here we go.
Nice movement by Buane. Cool to see. Got a little ice physics going on. But kind of demonstrating that why we would like to keep beams for the first room in Ice Palace. Buane,
yeah.
Okay, making it in. Oh, it did look a little sketchy, but we're here now. Alright, Fox kind of mentioned this before in a previous broadcast, maybe in chat. We're coming up to probably one of the most iconic tricks or techniques that you should learn when running this game is the Ice Palace bomb jump. The developer intended way to do this dungeon is to loop through this like 3 times. And I think even the Nintendo Power Guide actually told you to go to Dungeon 6, which is Mire, and get the Cane of Samari and then come back to do Ice Palace.
That's weird.
Yeah, so... this is it right here.
Yeah. Oh!
You
falling
are...
down. Oh, falling down again! Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay.
Everything's fine.
Okay, adjusting. Oh,
Everything
didn't even get. Oh, I think he was on the right pixel, but actually. Oh no. This. Okay, so not bad right now, but it can be a problem.
We have lost like 5 hearts.
This
on this.
This is a huge opportunity. Oh, he's going for the hover. He doesn't get it. No. And with that, Coin Chaser is now in the lead. Oh my gosh.
Maybe we shouldn't count our bomb jumps before they hatch. Coin does look like he has a good lineup.
Okay, very nice. All right, so yeah, with that, Coin Chase is now in the lead, but it's not over yet because Coldster does 4 hearts of damage. So if anything were to go wrong here, then Buane can easily take the lead back by a lot too.
I feel bad for Buane. This is a good reason why we have Cam for us. Maybe not for him, but for us. And I think as Buane's kind of pointing out, like, I'm actually a little concerned about Buane's magic level. Normally, you can... Okay, he's gonna grab this big guy.
Yeah, definitely grab that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can afford 1 fire rod shot going into the dungeon, but with how much magic he had, that definitely wasn't gonna cut it. So and refilling on bombs too, because he definitely used up a lot of bombs when failing the Ice Palace bomb jump. Now, because he already got the key in the conveyor room, he doesn't need to pick it up again, so beams is not much of a concern, but his health is also kind of concerning going into Cold Stare later.
Yeah.
He's gonna pick up 5 bombs. Okay, meanwhile, let's watch Coin Chaser with Cold Stare. Okay, 1. Oh, okay, that still worked. Okay, nice.
Very, very well done, Coin, for pretty textbook Cold Stare
Okay,
fight.
there we go. Much better attempt at the bomb jump for Buane. Yeah, he's definitely, you can probably see on the player, yeah, he's not happy. Probably thinking to himself, why didn't that bomb jump go that way the first time? Wow, that's crazy. Buane was in the lead for basically the whole run up until that point. That's what Ice Palace can do.
Yeah, pretty punishing. I think Buane lost, like, at least 4 hearts trying to set up his initial pixel position, which I think he just kind of assumed that he would naturally slide into it. A little unfortunate that it happened that many times. And then, of course, he failed it once. And, again, while, yeah, health is, it does look pretty high, right? Sometimes if bad things happen like that, you don't really get necessarily.
And the way he was setting up was definitely like very aggressive. You know, I don't blame him for wanting to set it up that aggressively in order to save as much time as possible on the trick. But like, man, that was really rough.
Right. Excellent fight by Buane as well.
Yeah, excellent fight. Fortunately, you know, while the death on the bomb jump wasn't too what was definitely very unfortunate, with how far apart he is from Coin Chaser, it's definitely not he's not completely out of it right now.
Oh, for sure. We have a lot of Dark World left to go. We have Meyer, we have Turtle Rock, we have GT, we have Ganon. There are plenty of opportunities to gain some time, but also to lose some time. Okay, but Coin is... I'm not sure if Buane also does this as well, but Coin's up at the mountain. He is deciding to do Ether now at the cost of 1 extra spin speed. I know a lot of people like to go to Swamp before Ether, just because they don't want to do spin speeds anymore, but I think we've seen actually, for a lot of what Coin does, he's not shy about doing spin speed, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this is also safer because, you know, technically suboptimal, because, yeah, you can use the hook shot in order to item dash, and it's a lot easier than setting up to set up super speed that way, but you run the risk of getting hit by RNG on Death Mountain on the Meyer split if you choose to go that direction. And while not having full hearts going into Swamp Palace is a time loss, it's not as significant as not having full HP in Meyer.
I just noticed Coin deleted the left block in the dam. I think most people have seen him do, right? No difference whatsoever. It's just little differences for Coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so,
as you kind of pointed out.
Yeah, go on.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, as kind of pointed out, like the danger of getting hit before Swamp Palace versus Meyer. is substantially reduced. Like if we could take like a bunch of hits before we go into Swamp Palace, and this is the second chronological dungeon, so it's
Yeah.
you already have like 3 extra hearts that you weren't meant to have before coming to this dungeon. So a little bit of extra is not gonna really do you any
And
damage.
we're also seeing Buane taking a detour into Ice Rod. Now, it doesn't matter when you get the Ice Rod here. You do need to get it at some point though, because it is a required item for Turtle Rock. So Buane is gonna look a little bit farther behind than he already is for Coin Chaser for the time being.
I was also gonna say that, as we're talking about how much damage it's okay to have before Mire versus before Swamp, like, Buane is really taking advantage of the fact that we don't need that much health for Swamp.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, you know, you're not very likely to die in Swamp Palace, but if you're not careful enough in Swamp Palace, I have seen runners die in Swamp Palace in races before, so yeah. We'll see what happens here. Ooh, okay, Coin Chaser reacting to that Fire Snake.
Yeah, the Swamp Dungeon itself shouldn't be too bad, other than maybe giving you a few annoyances, right? We'll see. You know, that's
Yeah,
maybe 2
ideally,
or 3
yes.
like coin shaker heads, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I would say the main danger though is because we want to kill bosses quickly.
Wayne rubbing the side of the
What
switch
the
instead
heck?
of on the switch. Yeah, so meanwhile, yeah, there's not really a whole lot to talk about with Swamp Palace other than just minor optimizations here and there. Yeah, to give a bit of background, I don't think Buane has dabbled into other speedruns other than Link to the Past. His speedrun profile says randomizer, so he has dabbled into randomizer. Coin Chaser has done Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, as well as Zelda 1, which is actually his last PB in Zelda 1 was 2 months ago, so he's been doing that pretty recently.
Yeah, I certainly have seen a good number of Zelda 3 players, both speedrun and rando, kind of go over to Z1. Seems like a fairly, I won't say like natural, but it's pretty smooth transition, and of course also part of the Zelda series. Yeah, and I don't think we've really seen Coin do a lot of rando, but Buane, certainly back in the day when he was more active, he was a very active runner, both in like ladder. He also came up with a few rando modes. I think Ambrosia and Ambrosiwana are some of his babies. He's very good at this game.
Yeah.
One of probably the most desirable items that we can get in the game. Probably more for glitch runners than anything else, but we do have the hook shot. It's very, very useful, and we're actually going to see an application of hook dashing immediately.
Yeah,
on
so
the
he's
statue.
actually in super speed state right now. And that actually allows him to pick up that pop 1 time instead of 2 times without super speed, grabbing that extra arrow, because he is going to be needing more arrows later on. And then if he really needs it, then he can stock up on even more arrows and potentially a bomb. But I imagine that his bomb count is good enough.
Yeah, nothing in refill room. I think I've been told that the best way to do refill room, to save most amount of time, is to not do refill room. Just like everything else.
Yeah, refill room is definitely if you're really, really low on your resources, which, to my knowledge, doesn't really happen very often.
Yeah, you also see somebody able to do like a backup resource, like just in case. I can certainly see that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Coin.
Coin Chaser attempting the 0 cycle didn't quite work out. Yeah, he's gonna get that with that cycle right there.
Yeah, the unfortunate empty cycle. It got a little bit away from him, but he has a very good recovery.
Yeah, very good recovery. Still a really fast 1 cycle nonetheless.
Next time we'll get it 6 seconds. Alright. I did notice a Coin uses the fire rod on the second phase of Argus. Once we get to Buane's fight, I'm pretty sure he's a 2-spin guy. Like, depends on like what you will like. So Coin just did 2 fire shots into spin, right? Buane just is one of those guys who stands still. Like, 2 spins, doesn't rush toward the bird. Like, he expects everything to come to you or him. He does not go to the thing. And he's a 123 runner, so it's really kind of hard to argue with him.
Oh wow.
Fine.
Oh wow. Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
kind of
these are the,
this is the kind of things that swamp can do to you.
Yep, that is another wolf growl number 65. One of another great reactions by Buane. Yep, another coin shaker head. Didn't get the quick warp out of swamp, but these are more difficult quick warps to get because I don't think you have as good visual cues. So if you can't get them, you can't get them, but it would be kind of nice to get them.
We actually saw Buane get extra arrows in the refill room. Yeah, not too bad. Stock on arrows. You do need quite a lot of arrows going into Ganon's tower later on. So he's already kind of preparing himself for that. Ooh, that bird almost hit Coin Chaser with that approach. Going into Misery Mire.
For the zero cycle Argus, and he
Nice.
looks like
He got the
it.
one cycle.
Oh
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I
I don't.
is your stream rated PG out of curiosity? We might need to censor that. It's not
Yeah.
bad, but still.
Might need to edit that out in post production.
It's okay. I'm sure it was just an index finger, not any other finger that was set up.
Meanwhile, Coin Chaser did get the zero cycle for room 2, but the Popos did not play nice with him. Yeah, Misery Mire, 6th dungeon. It's a very brutal dungeon because there's a lot of hard-hitting enemies, and then also to top it off, the fastest way to beat Vitreous, the boss of this dungeon, is a ton of potential damage. So this can be a really rough dungeon. Wow, I can't believe he went for that. Usually you do that if you're very confident about your execution in that room, but Coin is very confident. He went for the fireball right there. Gonna refill on magic.
When you know things are going well, you just gotta watch Coin nod his head. It's a very good indicator. Yeah, I don't actually know if Coin watches Buane when he's racing. I don't know. It kind of goes.
He looks like he's looking to the side, so I imagine he's watching what Buane's doing.
Yeah, it's very possible. And like it also could be maybe he's looking at splits or something like that. But yeah, like if he is watching, he I would assume has some amount of relief, like less pressure on him because it's not like you can rest. But knowing that your opponent is behind does give you some amount of comfort that you can maybe don't have to be as aggressive.
Yeah, but still not something that you can completely relax on because these two are very strong players, so they still want to make use of their lead as much as they can when they have the lead. Because Buane is not. Buane is definitely he's not that far behind, all things considered.
Yeah, and you also did mention this before. Coin also doesn't have his ice rod, so there is a little bit of time left. I'm sorry, that Coin like has a little bit more things to go do post Mire.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they're in the same room. Don't actually see that very often.
nice little high five. Yeah, so Buane is about half of this dungeon behind Coin Chaser right now. So yeah, definitely not a significant gap right now. So Coin Chaser getting ready to do Spooky Mire glitch. Okay, very nice. That should work. Okay, that's oh wow, okay.
Yeah, another head shake. Not the end of the world. To lose some damage there. Yeah, very nice set of spooky action at a distance. Basically, whenever Coin used the fire rod to hit the switch, or sorry, hit spike, that is effectively a switch. So we don't have to travel to northern parts of rooms and beyond walls and whatever. It's just good to go.
Yeah, in that second room with the Bomble wall, is definitely where Spooky Mire Glitch saves the most amount of time, because it saves an extra room.
Yeah, what's something like 10 seconds? Maybe it's not that
Something
high,
like
but it's pretty substantial.
Yeah, for sure. So very nice Vitreous fight for Coin Chaser. Yeah, Buane's meanwhile Buane approaching the halfway mark. So yeah, half a dungeon. Significantly less though, because now Coin Chaser has to go get his Ice Rod. So Buane might actually made up quite a bit of time. We'll see.
Yeah, it's harder for like it's a little hard to gauge right now, like just like what the time difference is. I suspect you're right
Yeah.
though. The gap is probably a little bit closer between Buane and Coin than initially it was. So, and the Ice Rod doesn't take that much time, but we will see. I guess
Yeah.
when these when Coin leaves, when basically Coin gets to the mountain, and then when Buane gets to the mountain.
Yeah.
We
So
are
I'm gonna pay
coming
attention
pretty close
to
the end.
what their times are going to Death Mountain to see the time difference. So Coin Chaser going to Lake Hylia, which is 8, in order to get his Ice Rod. This is an item that, because it's very far out of the way, you can sometimes forget it. Some people have forgotten Ice Rod before and realized it at Trinex.
It is unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the worst locations or spots that you realize you end up forgetting it, so... maybe that's another benefit of having splits. I know that some people have splits, like, have little icons next to it, or little post-it notes, and just like, do not forget Ice
Oh,
Rod!
man. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's look at the split time right here. So this is 1:09:32.
Nice fight for Buane as well. Very good cleanup. We're rushing.
Very nice. Oh wow. Oh, Coin Chaser with Death Mountain. Oh wow. Okay. The Dead Rocks. What is going on with Dead Rocks, man?
Dodgy menu.
I didn't see exactly what happened because there was some crazy stuff going on in Coin Chaser. Oh my gosh. Okay, Coin Chaser being patient right there. If he slashed that Dead Rock, he probably would have blocked the way. So he's very patient in that. He's laughing actually. What is he laughing about?
I think things went so poorly. He's like, I think he tried to do like a potentially like safer strat, just like wait out the thing, and then everything just went the complete opposite direction of what we wanted. So we have, we have different indicators of how Coin reacts. We have like the Coin nod, alright, so that's a good thing. And then we have the Coin shake, it's like, oh, you can't
Oh,
that.
didn't even get
Coin.
Oh, wow.
Not on the, we have Coin not on the screen. Those are the 3 levels.
Yeah, so anyway, I didn't see what happened with Buane with the dodgy menu text. It probably okay. So a minute and 14 seconds difference going into Rock. Maybe less with depending on how RNG treats Buane. But going for the he did not go for the drive-through.
He tried.
But yeah, I didn't see what happened. Probably. Maybe menu to mirror when he likely, or like when he did not shoot enough arrows at Vitreous or something. I don't know, because that can happen sometimes.
Are you not a mirror in Vitreous as a Rita person? Like, do you mirror afterwards?
I menu the mirror. I like to menu the mirror after fighting Vitreous. I like to be extra super safe on that. Okay, Coin Chaser taking the intentional damage in Roller Room in order to get through that, get to exit smoothly. So about a minute deficit. Buane, as we get to this late game section, Buane is definitely going to be at the point where he's running out of time on catching up to Coin Chaser. Not impossible for sure. Okay, no fairy for Coin Chaser, so likely a fairy drop later on in the dungeon. Because as he has 2 more Poke Rooms, and those 2 Pokies do have a chance of dropping a fairy, as his health is looking really low right now. It's kind of the risk that you take when you take the intentional damage in the Spike Roller Room.
Right. And usually we do get fairy drops, like fairly reliably. Like every drop is going to be 50%, but the Pokies have actually, what is it, like 3 enemy drops or something like that together.
Wayne missed the he has a very large expression when he missed that hook shot. Okay, so Coincheater
Poor
got the
Wayne.
fairy drop.
Yeah, not unfortunately enough to refill his health to full, which part of the hope says when you get the fairy refill is you get sword beams back. So he's not gonna be able to do the sword beam strat and crystal roller unless he somehow magically gets another health or some heart somewhere.
Yeah.
Not gonna be the end of the world again. One, it's a race setting and he's got a good buffer, but also two, like it's only I don't know, half a second or something.
Yeah, no fairy drop for Buane either, so probably either the second or third room again, like for Coin Chaser. Oh, that's really good RNG for Coin Chaser.
Yeah, that is quite generous when you get the
And the
double
magic drop as
pokies.
well. So I mean, with this much magic, he has the potential to skip the magic refill towards the very end. Okay. Barely squeezing through that spike roller room. Not happy with the ending of that room though, but you know. Okay, gets the fairy. Oh, that laser! Wow. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully Buane can also get the big magic drop when he fights Pokies too. Again, like if he doesn't need it, it's just helpful.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Taking a bonk. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it just looked a little bit high. I'm also wondering what strats he does normally for beetles. If he does some sort of like fast beetle strat, or maybe he's willing to just do that because he knows
Getting
he's
the
ahead.
8 bombs. Now he's
Yeah,
really set.
that's yuck.
He got the 8 bombs instead of
try
the
to-
magic drop. Okay, Coin should
it's like
pick up the
the
magic drop
worst of
anyway.
both
I mean, I
worlds.
guess it's not a bad decision. You do use up a lot of magic in Trinex, so you could. So if you somehow for some reason run out, then that could be a problem. Okay, very nice from the red.
Yeah, 5 hits. Alright,
good on
just
blue.
a couple of good splashes. So pretty textbook so far. Excellent use of that menu buffer as well. Yeah, very fast Trinex kill. So we were pretty happy with our endgame bosses. Both Buane and Coin Chaser putting on quite the nice display. Buane almost had that beetle. Didn't quite. I don't know. I think maybe got scared at the very last moment. But otherwise should be fine. And then we're on to Trinex. And Buane for sure will pick up his match here because he does not have enough in order to beat Trinex otherwise.
Definitely.
I do see a little bit of a time save, not picking up the heart as well. Another 20 frames saved. Yeah, the heart at this point will not matter on Trinex.
Yeah, because Trinex does, I believe, 4 hearts of damage anyway, so he'd be taking the same amount of hits.
Yeah. I guess like technically, if you get a hit from like the head, the body, there's only 1 heart. But I mean, it's just not gonna matter.
Yeah. All right. So going into Ganon's tower, you know, this is definitely the biggest skill check, but that separates different tiers of runners. But you know, since these are very top tier runners, I cannot imagine that much. Like I would imagine that the separation in terms of like what time they're gonna get for Ganon's tower is gonna be mostly separated by like enemy RNG and how they react to it at this point. So we'll see what happens here. So let's see what keys. I imagine they're probably gonna get the same. Their key route's gonna be the same here. Yeah, if we're going to torch key.
I'm thinking most people I've seen do the pre-Moldrum chest, which is like the last small key that you end up getting.
Yeah.
I think I saw Zelna get the mini helmet key.
Yeah,
Which is
Zelda
something I was not
definitely goes for the
expecting. Yeah.
Helmasaur key.
Oh, look, we got bonus arrows with our boomerang. Very nice.
Yeah, that's those arrows are definitely gonna help for Ice Armos.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's gonna have enough then that he doesn't need the arrows in the back, like behind the big key, with those 5-arrow pickup.
We'll see. There's definitely a guaranteed 5 that he'll get, so that'll bring him at 23.
Yeah, and then he has a chest, right? So I don't know which one he wants to go for. Maybe like because the pot's pretty free, and the chest also pretty free. So
Yeah. But I would imagine he still probably wants to go for the extra 10, the extra 10. Oh, wow, okay.
Yep. Shake my coin chaser head. Yeah, and we're kind of seeing he dropped that bomb intentionally because we really want to not have any bombs left after this. Okay, he is not going to go for the chest here, next to the anti-fairy, so he'll probably get the 10 arrows in the back behind the big key. Which is also fine either way.
Well, you usually get that most of the time, unless you're really good on arrows going into this.
I have not seen anybody go up without at least 8. Like, I have seen the mimics drop a good amount of time for arrows, but it's not, again, this is speedrun, you want to be consistent.
Yeah,
and
you
not
could,
wanna depend on
the
enemy
mimics could
dropping
also just
here.
not drop arrows, so...
Exactly.
You definitely don't want to take that risk. Oh, dodging the anti-fairy. Alright, so here we go, mimics time. Okay. We'll probably see a different variation for Buane when he gets there. But I actually do like this strat.
Poor coin.
Yeah, he has to get rid of a lot of bombs because he picked up the...
Yeah. I don't know how many Buane can keep dropping. It's gonna be a lot because you can only really have 2 bombs out at once. I mean, like, out actively.
Yeah, so he'll probably get rid of the rest of his bombs towards the very end. So that's an extra menu input that he had to lose out on.
Yeah, the natural quick swap saves you time, and it's the only one you can do because bombs are the only ones in your inventory that can actually go away.
Okay, pretty good room 2. Did take a hit though, but that's not a problem. And the third guy almost got away from him. Luckily he... Ooh, trying to go for the arrow. Never seen that strat before. Okay, pretty good gauntlet otherwise. Okay, yeah, so we're seeing a different approach for mimics here for Buane. Very nice for Coin Chaser. With the head nod this time around, he's happy with that.
Yeah, any one cycle we're more than thrilled about.
Yeah. Ooh, we're seeing a different approach here in this room. He falls off the side instead of having to deal with the spike traps on the way in.
Oh no!
That's not really a... Oh, he missed the whiz robe. Okay.
Yep. Shake my coin. We should get Coin a little piggy bank. Every single time he shakes his head, we'll plus something, and then we shake the little piggy bank, and that'll be Coin Chaser. We're gonna have just enough magic. We'll pick up a little pot here to get the fire rod shot. Yeah, at this point,
Gauntlet not treating Buane very nicely here. So Coin Chaser is sort of extending his lead going into towards the end of... Oh, misses a... Okay, not a big deal. He can refill on magic at this very last room.
Yeah, at this point, if Coin just plays his game, he should be... he is well on his way to win this race. Yeah, especially at this point with this little left of game to play, Buane does need Coin to make a mistake. And
yeah,
well,
for
if
sure.
Coin makes a mistake up here, it's pretty costly. That might just be game.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, wow! I've never seen that strat before. Uses the hook shot to let Mortem pass him and then release a spin attack. I have never seen that before, but that was crazy.
Yeah, some people, I guess, I don't know if you maybe see it more commonly in like randomizer, like when they're up on the gauntlet. But yeah, like because you want to use the hook shot anyway, you can just always switch to it, and then it's pretty safe.
Yeah.
But then again, if you can also just chase Moldorm easier because you have Tempered Sword, like that also is more than acceptable.
All right, I get two. Here we go. 1, 2, probably 3.
Like
I'm not
triple.
sure.
Yeah, that looked like a triple.
4, 5,
Oh my
6.
gosh!
There we go.
Well
He is
done.
very happy with that.
Oh. Yeah, big
Meanwhile,
smile.
Buane
I mean,
getting rid
I
of
would
all
be
his bombs
ecstatic.
because he did get the 8 bomb drop,
Is it less
taking the
common to
intentional
non-hook shot
damage.
fighting? I don't know. I think I've seen it more no hook shot in NMG versus Rando. But Rando, I see it all the time. I don't know, but it's also very limited data.
I definitely don't see very many people do that. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, very nice. Okay. All right. So Ganon, 12 hits per phase in the first and second phase.
I don't know if that hook shot to Torch was intentional by Coin, but he definitely got into the corner real quick. I wasn't expecting that, but he did get the 1-on-1. Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
12 hits in phase 1, 12 hits in phase 2, especially with that spin off of the Trident. Buane,
1, 2 for Buane.
The same patterns, unfortunately. Okay,
3, 4.
That's great.
5, 6. Okay. 3 cycle for Buane. But meanwhile, Coinches are already about to approach his last phase, and Buane now starting Ganon. So here we go. Gets the torch glitch, using the lamp, much safer. 12 very precise spin attacks in order to get the in order to defeat this last phase without silver arrows.
I was a little surprised that he switched to the lamp, but maybe he knows that he has a good enough face as long as he gets torch.
There's not much of a reason to go aggressive there with how much of a lead he has.
He mains lamp, and sometimes.
Okay, very nice. And with that, we have an upset. Seed number 7 going down to seed number 4 in this race.
Yeah, big GG's to Coin. After all of the head shaking, sternly, and the shoulder shrugging, man, this guy was doing a workout. Every part of the camera that we can see. What's the official time? 125 something something?
Let's see. I have race time up. 125.45.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, like, even despite all of the head shaking that we saw on Coin's side, this is within a minute of his PB,
Mm-hmm.
which was gotten like pretty recently, like at least SRC said 3 months ago. So more than happy to be able to see that in a resetting.
Yeah, and Buane, despite with Ice Palace being his major is practically his only major mistake. Like he definitely held his all throughout this run. And we are here with Coin Chaser. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Coin, how's it going? GG's.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that GT, if anything.
Yeah, that was really good. So why don't you? There was a lot of emotion coming out of you throughout this run. Why don't you talk us through like all those moments there?
It was definitely up and down. It was a pretty rough start with a 50-8 escape. The boomerang guard was not very cooperative, but we kind of bounced back in Harrow and Castle Tower, and the one blue ball was also very generous. So that kind of put me, back into the right mindset. And then turtles were mean, and then I flubbed up blind. I let go of the sword too early, but then I kind of like
Uh-huh.
mellowed out. So
Yeah.
it's
So
one of those things where like the good things were really good, and then I would just have like one room per split, and then I would just like lose 5 seconds. But
yeah, it definitely looked like like in the first half, there were definitely like several moments where like it looked like you were catching up, but then the next immediate thing would mess you up, and then you're back to the same distance that you were from Blaine.
yeah,
So you were you were aware of what happened to Blaine, right?
no, I was not watching. I totally
Okay,
just focused on
so
my own, so you'll have to tell me.
okay, so so Blaine was ahead of you throughout the entirety of throughout the whole run up until Ice Palace, where he tried to go for where he tried to go for the aggressive setup for the bomb jump. He messed up the bomb jump until he had one heart where he was attempting to hover, and then failed
Mm.
that. So that pulled you that immediately pulled you ahead of him after that.
Yeah, that's rough. I had a bad one too, but fortunately, I just kind of was like, I'll just do a quick, wiggle with the sword, and it was out of my
Yeah.
mind, out of sight. But that's unfortunate for Buane.
Yeah. All right, so we're here with Blaine. So Blaine, how are you feeling?
GG's Blaine.
Hey, everybody. GG's, Coin Chaser.
Yo.
GG's.
Nice run.
Thank you. Thank you.
What you gonna
So
do?
yeah, so how did that run? How did you feel about that run, Blaine?
Um,
Start with
kind of a
Argus.
tale of two, kind of tale of two runs. I mean, kind of a tale of two runs. Definitely like the best times that I've put up, and best that I've played up until a specific screen in Ice Palace, and then kind of just fell apart after that.
Mm. Sorry to hear that.
It's weird, like when you are like obviously when you're a bit out of practice, you start putting everything back together and you realize like some of the screens that you just do off of feel without a visual. So after I just walked off the edge in that room twice, I kind of tried to focus in on, okay, really pay attention to what your visual cue is, and realize I don't really have one for that bomb jump. I just kind of do it and it works, and it's by feel, and sometimes you miss it and you just go again. So
Yeah,
just little things like that
yeah,
that you don't
I get
realize
that.
are so embedded in your muscle memory. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Uh, so it's been a few. So I've noticed that your last time was a few years ago. So have you been playing this game recently, or did you just come back recently?
Basically, haven't really done any full runs until the league started up again for the last probably like
Okay.
year and a half, or not any serious runs. I haven't really run the game seriously since probably late 2021. But it's been fun.
Yeah.
I've been watching here and there, over the years, so I haven't really ever been completely gone. But just decided to seem like it was a nice time to try and come back and play a little bit. I had no illusions about like obviously you're not gonna be in PB shape or anything like that. And then this is mostly just a fun. It's fun to play this with stakes. It's not the way that we usually run the game. So all that, like, just play some good players and have some good races. And I'm much more bummed out about the bad Ice Palace like ruining a good race than I was like ruining a good run. you know.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's unfortunate that kind of up to that point, what was very, very close was then not really in question from that point forward.
Hmm. Yeah. So this is I actually don't know if there's more rounds after this, or we're moving on to the next phase. But what do you guys look forward to after in the future races for both of you guys?
No, you're correct that this is actually the final round. It's just a 3-week tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At least it's
No, it's all
nice
good.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what's kind of actually really nice about this tournament is that it's just you're guaranteed 3 weeks. you focus, but other than that, you don't have any brackets or something that really feels like at stake or that you're going to get knocked out. So you don't have that extra pressure. It's just you have 3 weeks.
Okay.
and
So
then
in
you
that
get to
case,
play.
how's being part of the tournament been for both of you in this case?
I mean, it's always fun. Usually I'm in the second group, so this was quite a surprise that I made the top 8. So it was fun to race against stronger players than I'm used to. And I mean, I'm pretty happy with the times I put up. I think I put up 2 high 125s and then a high 126. So that's the best performance I've done in a tournament. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, it's fun to play this with this kind of pressure. It's not something we usually do when you're running this game or going for PBs or whatever. So it's a fun environment. It's not everybody's taking it seriously, but it's not the end all be all. You have a bad run, whatever. It's just fun to play against some good players and put on some good races, and that's the whole point of why this exists, and that's kind of what it's about. So fun to get in here, fun to have people watch, fun to have people talk about it. Be nice if you also play well on that, but that's kind of just the icing on top.
No, absolutely. But I mean, it brings people back like Buane and plenty of other NMG players, and it kind of gets people. There's always like a little bit of a NMG boom right afterwards, so it's really nice to see that kind of inspires people to want to try it out and stuff. So that's why I really do like this tournament.
Yeah, these events are always really fun to get these people back. Clear Mouse, do you have anything you want to say to these guys before we?
Nothing's already been covered. Thank you guys so much. Absolute pleasure as always watching you guys, talking about you guys. I mean, always a pleasure to be able to see very high quality runs. Even though I think we've lost count of the number of head shakes we saw you do, Coin. Maybe they were kind of countered by a few of like head nods. But always a pleasure.
It's an
Thank you
important
guys
ratio. Head nods to head shakes.
All right.
Thank you guys for commentating, and Bitey, thank you for restreaming. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm going to wrap it up quick here because we're going straight into another race coming up in 15 minutes. We've got Simon versus Zatrex on the Mentor Tournament 2025, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much to Buane and Coin Chaser. Congratulations to Coin Chaser on the dub, and thank you so much M-Chan and Clear Mouse for the commentary. I really appreciate everyone always coming on. It's been a really great season, really great racing, lots of restreams, so let's hope to have some more great races over the next week, and I'll see you all in 10 minutes. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for having us.